welcome to another episode where we bear it all.
The podcast
With Jay. Such an opera singer. Is that how you sound in the bedroom?
Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to record it like you do. Anyways, so we have an amazing, beautiful guest on our show today. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi guys, I'm Bianca, aka the Beauty Maven. That's my business.
Okay, so what is your business? Tell us.
So I am a licensed esthetician and I do everything beauty. Yeah.
Okay, like what? So waxing, the booty hole?
Yeah, I love waxing booty hole. Honestly, that's my favorite.
Really?
Like, if I could choose anything, it would definitely be to wax the cat and the booty hole.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do full body waxing, mainly Brazilians. I do makeup, eyelash extensions, eyebrow tint, lamb, thread, all that.
Yes.
In a bag of chips.
And she's amazing at it. She's done a lot of work for me,
she really
my
is
daughter.
good.
She's done makeup for Jamie as well. So, and
For a
she's
photo shoot.
amazing. So we actually did shout you out in another show.
You did?
I do have a clip that I'm going
We
to send to you.
did.
Actually, we shouted you out. You were part of our shout outs.
Thank you.
So yes, if you missed that episode, this is all her information, her Instagram. You can set up appointments for your waxing, makeup. You do hair too, don't you?
I'll do light hairstyling, like
Okay.
on friends and family.
You did it for something
I
recently.
thought I saw you do like some braiding.
I used to do
Like
that when I
cornrows?
was younger, but as an
Not as much
esthetician,
anymore?
it's pretty much outside my scope.
Okay.
So I'll just do it like, say, like my mom wants her hair done or
Okay,
something.
okay. So mainly just skincare
Yes,
and all that.
skincare.
Okay.
And then you model.
Yes.
I do a little bit, dibble and dabble in here and there.
Yes, I got to get some information from you later after the show.
Okay.
But you model. Oh, and then she swings upside down on the pole.
Yes.
Bust it
Yes.
wide
Go to
open.
her Instagram. You'll see all kinds of amazing things. She's very talented in many
Wait, say your
different
Instagram
facets.
again for everybody.
So my modeling Instagram is morbid_beauty_, and then my business Instagram is the Beauty Maven.
Somebody getting all that information down real quick.
I try to say it nice and slow for y'all too.
So, okay. So we're going to start off with our battle game. All right. So what we're going to do right now is Bianca's going to be our little host for our battle game. So, Jamie, you're going to go first. I'm going to keep time. So I'm going to pick a category for Jamie. She has 5 seconds to guess as many things as she can in this category. Okay?
I know she's going to do some nonsense.
And I'm just going to time it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She has 5 seconds. So the first category is right here.
Can we get a real timer?
Okay.
And the second category is
Can we get a
is the
real
other
timer
one.
so she's not cheating me?
I'm not cheating. So this is the first category, and that's the second
Okay.
category. So do the first category first.
Alrighty. When do I start?
All right, you ready?
Wait, she's doing.
You're gonna
she's
go
doing yours
first.
I mean, and then
She's
gonna-
picked. She's got
opposite.
She's
Back
gonna
and forth.
tell you the category, and then I'm gonna start the countdown.
And then
As
she's gonna
soon
do
as she
mine.
gives you the category, I'm starting to count down. All right, ready
I hate under pressure.
and go.
Sex positions.
Doggy style, missionary, lotus flower, one leg up on the side, legs up on the shoulder.
And
Okay.
how many was that? That was like 6, right?
I don't know. I was stuck on lotus. What is that?
Okay. I think it's yoga, but you could go into a yoga position, a lotus. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up first.
She's just making stuff up at this point. Okay, so she got about, you know what? You're going to have to keep track of how many things that we keep up, that she counts. Yeah, okay, that's fine. You're just going to have to try. All right? So she got
4?
about 6.
Oh,
You got
okay.
about 6
Okay,
categories.
okay.
Six,
I'll
six
go
in
with
that
that.
category.
All right.
All right? So she's going to give you a category for me. So I'll take that for now, and I'll give it back to you for the second time.
Okay.
It's
All
on
right.
this. It's on the last 2 lines.
So you count down, and you count how many I guess.
Okay. So
You can do that.
Are you ready?
places to stash condoms.
Okay, in your purse, in your car, in your bra, in your sock, in your
Time.
butthole.
In your butthole. In your butthole.
Yeah, in your butthole.
Who's putting a condom in their butthole? Oh.
You know, people be putting all kinds of things in their bowls.
That's
That
true.
is true. That is true.
So
Go
thank
lie.
you.
That's true.
Thank you.
Do I hand this back to you?
All
Wait,
right.
just to let her see it because you know she likes it.
Okay, yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna hand
You
Excuse
can
me.
just hold it. You can hold it to the next one.
All right, and then this is the...
Just tap it so you can.
All right, you count for her. All right.
All right,
Ready?
ready? Slang words.
Yo, ma, shorty, cap. Okay. Damn.
5. Okay. We tied that last.
Damn.
All right.
All right. Next one is things you can't resist.
Men, big dicks, smelling good, good food, nice shoes.
Darn.
5 again? Dang. So I guess you beat me
Oh, I
because you
think
got
I
one
must
up
have
on one.
put a thing in there wrong.
Yeah, I'm like, wait.
Things you, yeah, it was probably that.
It says things you can't resist.
Oh, things you
dead.
can't. Sorry.
Well.
Damn, just put me out there like
Men and
that.
big dicks. Okay.
Lord, I can't be perfect. I'm perfect in so many other ways.
All right, guys. So we have one for Bianca.
I'm scared.
All right, you ready? You're going to do the countdown, and I'll count how many
Okay.
she guesses.
Yep.
Ready? Your category is bodily fluids.
Oh shit. Oh, cum. Saliva. Eyeball tears. That was so bad. That was so bad.
That's a true esthetician answer. Eyeball tears.
Right. I'm like, wait, what?
It's when you're put on the spot. Sometimes it's like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. That's what it's for. Spontaneous, being on the spot. We don't want everybody to be prepared for these games, so it's fine.
That's
so
funny.
you won this last one because you got 6, and then we both got 5 and 5. So
okay.
she's trying to come back.
What do I get?
You want me to bend over now or later? Okay.
You the
Anyways. And you be eating dudes out. So what's the difference? I'll toot it up for you, baby.
She's so mean.
So anyways, our topic for today is we're going to talk about plastic surgery, cosmetic enhancements.
Body image and all that.
Yes, body image, all that. So I'm going to ask this question first, and I'll start with you, Bianca. So why do you think women get plastic surgery or cosmetic enhancement? What is the reason that you think they get it for?
I would say insecurity and to fit in with the new trends.
Okay. And do you think that's a healthy
No.
way of changing yourself?
No, I mean, honestly, if you really want to do something to make yourself happy, do it. Like, for example, I got my lips done. So I was insecure about them, and now I feel like the baddest bitch in the world, and I am. I really, really am. So, yeah.
But you did that for yourself,
I
but
did it
not
for
necessarily
myself.
because everybody else is doing it.
Exactly. Just
Okay.
for myself. Even when I was younger, I'm like, yo, where is the top lip? I can't find it. I don't know where it went.
gosh.
So, just little shots up there.
Right, right. So I've heard men say that women get cosmetic surgery for men and for money. Like these Instagram models that are getting all these enhancements, they're getting a lot of money. I've heard one Instagram model in particular, once she got a BBL, she's made so much more money and has so much more likes and attention. Now, did she specifically do it for the money, do it for the attention, or did she do it for herself? Like what?
I think all of the above, especially in, today's age, sex sells. So the bigger, the better. They want to see a fantasy. Like, for example, in a strip club, there's like a little petite girl. She goes and gets her ass done. She's going to make way more money 9 times out of 10, depending on where you go. But
Right, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
so
just
it's like it's
2023.
business. I mean, so I know that women do these things like you change your body for someone typically for someone else. I know a lot of times we say like it's for ourselves, but it's if there was nobody else in the world, we wouldn't do it.
facts.
You see what I'm saying? So you're technically altering yourself because it's gonna allow you to either be more acceptable, to fit in, to look better for somebody else's eyes. Even though it makes you feel better, it's still always the end of the day. It's for someone else's like acceptance or liking.
So if there were no men and it was just all women in society and we figured out how to have babies without men, we can do everything without men. So if there was no men, and I'm not saying, I know there's a whole LGBTQ community and all that, but I'm just saying like specifically like We're just because men can, obviously help us produce babies. If there was no men, would we still be getting all these enhancements and cosmetic surgeries, things of that nature?
Yes and no.
Yeah, probably. I agree with that.
I definitely didn't get my top lip injected for a man to be like, damn, Mom, that's a hot ass top lip. I did it for myself. So even if they didn't exist, I would have still did it.
And I think, honestly, a lot of men say, well, we don't really care about lashes. We really don't care about, if you got high cheekbones.
Hate lashes. They hate them.
Makeup. They're like, oh, we really don't want you to wear makeup.
They want you in your natural self.
But men do like a fat ass and some big ass titties. So,
well, I think that a lot of times, like, we compare ourselves to so many people. Like, we compare to, what the celebrities like. It's always like these like perfect silhouetted bodies with the fat ass shaking, nice boobs, nice lips, and then everybody starts to eventually like look alike. And it's like certain men will say like, we don't want all that, but look at the phone. I guarantee you the history is showing ass shaking. It's showing all this stuff. You go to the strip clubs to see the ass shaking. You're out with your homies. You're looking at all the ass shaking. You fantasize over that, but you don't want your woman to follow that. You see what I'm saying? So then it's like now us women have these certain insecurities, or we feel like, well, this is what they want. So then we want to alter it. So then we want to change certain things. We get our tummies done. We get our butt injected, and we look more appealing. And then some of the guys, it's like, nah, I just want you in your natural state.
Right.
So
then that's why women say, we're not getting it for the men. We're getting it for us to make us feel better. Because a lot of women have mommy makeovers after they have kids. They get their tummies done. They get, some fat removed in certain areas and put in other areas because they just want this whole makeover. They've had these kids now. They want to just, get their bodies back to what it was before. And a lot of times they are, at the end of the day, some of them are doing it for themselves. I will attest to the fact that I had 2 kids. I nursed them. I nursed my daughter for a year. I nursed my son for about 6 to 7 months. And my boobs went to like from a full C prior to having kids to an A cup. And when you're not used to an A cup, you feel very different. I'm like, like my clothes weren't fitting right. None of my bras fit me right. I said, you know what? This is crazy. Like, I just don't feel myself. I don't feel comfortable in my body. I don't look the same in my clothes. So afterwards, I just said, you know what? I'm going to get my breasts done. So I did have a breast augmentation. It's a C cup as I was before. Of course, they're a little bit more perky, just because there's an implant there. But I feel like I honestly did that for myself because at the time I was married and he was like, I don't care if you do it or not.
Right.
Like, it's completely up to you. Like, I'm happy with who you are. I'm happy with how you look.
But it's good that he did allow you that, or not allow you, but, just told you like he's okay with you getting it done. Because some are like, that's a deal breaker. Like, no.
Right. So I ended up getting it done. It was like a decade ago, more than a decade ago. And I'm very happy that I do it. And I feel like kind of like my old self again because I can fit my clothes the same.
Those
and
damn kids,
stuff
they
like that. But sometimes like women's boobs get bigger after nursing, or sometimes they sag more. Sometimes they lose their contour. Sometimes they're
elasticity.
Right, more asymmetric than before. So for me personally, I definitely did it for myself. But I do think some women do it for the attention and for men and things of that nature. And like I said, to make money. But there are so many risks that are involved in getting these surgeries.
Well, there's so... And then the thing is like, what's that?
It made you sick?
No, not me personally.
Yeah.
But I know some women, they go overseas. They try to get these surgeries done. They can't recover
because they're
in
cheaper,
those other countries.
I know people who died from it. I mean, we all know. And then there's now people like now they're going back and they're removing certain things like
they had Black China. She had some the fillers removed from her face, and she was having like a reduction, I think, of her BBL as well.
Yeah, K. Michelle, I think, and there's a few others. And it's like because I think it's really people follow the trends, like you were saying. People want to follow the trends, so it's like that's the fad now. Like you got to get your body contoured and get the butt done, and now it's like over time, then you realize it's like that was maybe they have something else out. So now it's like I don't want this anymore. But women take it overboard, I feel like. You take it overboard. And I think a lot of times why guys can't stand the body being done is because the fact that it doesn't look real. Like now you have your hip to leg and waist ratio is your butt ratio. It's like, it doesn't fit right. You look like a stick with like these two.
Right.
Or like an ant, like an ant with the thorax.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Like you look like an ant. And then I just seen a clip of this woman. She got her lips done and they're so huge. It looks like they're made out of rubber. They're just sitting there and it's like she thinks it's beautiful.
Well, the thing is, when your lips are that big, though, like, how do you suck a dick with your lips that big?
That's what she's worried
Is
about.
Is
she's worried about
that uncomfortable? Are they going to pop?
Well, let me tell you something. Whenever I first got my lips done for the first time ever, and I went home, I tried to like drink a coconut water out the can. It fell right down my face. And then I tried to use a straw. Forget about it. I couldn't suck nothing. I'm like, how am I going to suck dick?
And was that just right after?
That was immediately after.
Okay,
and then,
yeah.
like,
So
maybe 2 days after too. I'm like, I just can't suck shit. I fucked up.
But the thing is, it's not, when you get the fillers and or if you Botox or whatever, it's not permanent. It does.
No, and it definitely settled. And now, they're soft and very kissable. I can suck.
And they look, but they look good. But it's like
natural.
the women that go overboard, and there's like,
and they're talking like this.
Right.
Yes.
Like ducks.
And it's like, it doesn't even look good, or it's like so much Botox, and now they're like, I do need Botox though. So anybody who wants to give me some Botox, please.
Well, I finish my training soon, so
Hurry up,
I'll be
please.
able to.
Oh my God,
eventually.
I can't wait. I want to look surprised. Like I want to.
She don't want to look that surprised. First of all,
I'm starting to get like little, when
you're
I
talking
smile.
about the crow's feet when they
when I
crinkles.
smile. Yeah.
You can't tell right now.
I don't want no crows on here.
Listen, my issue is my bags. I wish somebody could just go like this.
They do have stuff that you can inject underneath it.
I know.
It changes like the.
Or the surgery. I think it's called a Blepharoplasty or something, where they remove that fat pocket and sew it up.
The thing is, though, the thing with
At
those.
what point do you stop? Look ahead.
Well, I was going to say the thing with those is it can always come back, and there's only so much they can do there. So the bags will reform over time if your skin is susceptible to it. And like, it's kind of genetic. My mom has the same thing. My sister has the same thing. As you get older, it's just, the skin just loses elasticity, and then you just have the bag. So, and believe me, I've tried so many different things. Some things work, but it'll work for like a little bit and then it goes away.
Well, you got like the color correction. I mean, so that's like the beauty with you with makeup. You know how to kind of manipulate certain things, like dark circles, whatever you put. Like, what is it, like the orange or the red kind of color?
You can use orange or green or white. Or mix anything.
Over top, underneath your foundation.
Yeah, but the puffiness isn't going to be hidden by makeup.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That it's like if you have acne, it's like there's only so much you can do to cover it with makeup, especially if they're like, elevated over the skin. But as far as just like risk, like I was saying before, people going to other countries to get these cosmetic procedures done, these plastic surgery.
A lot of
and
times.
like you said, there's fatalities. They don't have enough time to recover. They end up flying back to the United States and developing blood clots because you're so susceptible to developing blood clots after surgeries.
Right. And now you risk and if you're a parent, like if you're a mom, now you're risking, it's like, is it worth it?
Right.
Like if you weigh the option, like there's always a risk. So the worst case scenario is like I die. Am I okay with the worst case scenario? Because anything can happen, even if you're a healthy person.
Right.
Anything can happen. So is it? I know people who've got it done. They're like, I wish I would have never got it done because now there's certain scarring. Now it's like something's not right. And then there's like doctors who their work may look impeccable, and then you get it done, and now there's issues with it. Like if they got their boobs done, one side is not right. The nipple is unproportioned. So. I don't know. Is it worth it? Like, I feel like any guy that I dealt with, like, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get my, a tummy tuck. They're like, don't you dare.
But the thing is, let me just say, the thing is when women go get these procedures done, okay, and I'll say liposuction as an example, they get it done and think, oh, that's a fix-all. I don't have to do anything. You still have to work out. You still have to go to the gym. You still have to eat right. that tummy tuck is not going to last you forever if you're still eating a bad diet and not exercising.
No, that's true.
You have to maintain this new body that you have the same way you would have maintained it if you didn't have the surgery and you were losing weight the harder way.
Yeah.
So you have to still, and even when you get the BBLs, you have to do the contouring where you have to get it massaged so it stays its shape.
That's too much work for me.
I feel like if, the way that plastic surgery is trending, if working out was trending like that, the world would be a better place.
I will say this though. I see a lot more working out videos than I've seen ever in life more recently.
Especially on TikTok.
Well, I'm not on TikTok. I don't.
She barely
I'm
goes
on TikTok, but I'm not really
What?
on TikTok. I don't really. My kids are like, oh, Mom, why are you on TikTok? They feel like I'm too old to be on TikTok. And it's not that I don't post anything, but because we have this podcast, we're promoting it. I'm trying to, make sure I'm promoting us. But I feel like just on Instagram, I'm mainly on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook. I'm really not huge on social media.
And she banned herself from Instagram from posting for a short time.
Just for a short period.
It was 2 days. I'm like,
it was more than 2 days.
3.
It was more than
She's
3
like, bitch, I'm taking a break. I said, oh, when you going back? She said Tuesday.
That is not no break.
Wait, the reason why I say Tuesday is we're gonna be promoting our show, dropping on Tuesday, so make sure y'all tune in. So just because I just wanted to put my phone down for a few days and not focus on making content and putting things out there. I just wanted to enjoy the moment. I think everybody should do that.
That's healthy.
And it doesn't have to be, it could be 24 hours. It doesn't have to be a month. It doesn't have to be a couple weeks. But just putting your phone down and living in the moment and not trying to capture everything, I feel like is important to do every now and again.
No, it definitely is. But that was funny, though.
She always trying to clown me. You know what? Get that dude on all fours, okay? So anyway, so I would say anything else you want to add as far as any precautions that women should really think about? Should you be secure with yourself prior to getting these enhancements and things of that nature? Should you do some self-work first before you decide to actually go into it?
Always do self-work. Like, I mean, I feel like we have insecurities because we're thinking of what other people are thinking, what they think. Or just say for me, like, I had a C-section, I had 3 vaginal, I was pregnant 4 times. So, my stomach is not flat anymore. It's never going to be flat. Even if I work out, it's still not going to, you got loose skin and stuff like that. And you just have to be okay with it. Like, if you're not okay with it, then do something with it. I battle back and forth. Like, should I go get a tummy tuck? Should I not? What if something happens? Like, we're only here temporarily anyway in this body. So I haven't done it. I just said, oh well.
So if you were to get anything done, what would you get done? What's your number one thing you would do?
If I would, it would be a tummy tuck.
Okay, and what about you? If you were to get something done. And you can say, I'm not getting anything done. I'm comfortable with myself. But if you were.
Maybe I'll go up a cup size because when I was a little heavier during COVID and I was addicted to lattes, shout out to Starbucks, I gained the most weight ever. And I've always been very, very small. So, like, me at my heaviest was 135, and I had some big-ass melons, and I miss them.
Get the melons back.
Yeah.
What about you?
Me, I already had my breasts done. That's really the only thing. So as far as, like, cosmetically, I just, like, my teeth are a little crooked from, like, I had braces when I was a teenager. And when my wisdom teeth grew in when I was like 19, 20, they were all 4 impacted. They shifted my teeth. So now they're crooked again. So if I were to do anything, honest to God, next thing on my list is to get Invisalign to really straighten the teeth back out again. But that's the only thing I would really do differently because I work out like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm in the gym all the time. I eat a really pretty well-balanced diet. So I'm honestly happy with myself. If I had to do anything extra, that would be it for me.
And then do you think that, like, could you ever be the one to just, well, let me ask you this, because you're the one that's into makeup. Like, do you wear makeup all the time?
No.
Do you? Okay, so is your experience, like, with guys, you're single, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Single.
She's single, everybody.
Hey, hit the DMs. So do you find that guys want you to take the makeup off or like you when you're not wearing makeup, or do they make that point?
It depends on the man. Like, typically if I'm in a relationship, they like me better without makeup. and they, somehow try to make me stop wearing it and whole. And then if I'm just dating and everything's casual, being cute is what they kind of like.
Yeah.
So it really depends also on the comfort level.
Yeah, because sometimes women are catfishing.
Yes.
So catfishing. It's like you're so made up, and then when they wake up the next day, they're like, who are you? It's like, I've seen that so many times. I think that's why guys, right? You agree, huh? Yeah. I feel like that's why a lot of times guys want to see who you are naturally, because at some point you're not going to always have that makeup on.
Right. That's true. So you got to pick your first date wisely, everybody.
I try to do like light makeup if I'm going to go out with somebody, and I try to like not do anything too crazy.
You don't want to sell them like a false expectation.
Right.
Then on the second date, you want to dress down, and they're like,
right.
little boy.
Exactly.
I just feel like most of the time guys now, they're like, I'd rather you see you in sneakers and like kind of loungewear, just like, just normal, like everyday stuff, like not to be all dolled up in it, because then you're setting this like this tone.
Right. If they like you for you.
Right.
If they want you just for sex, then doll it up.
Yes,
Right. Yeah,
that is very true.
Yeah, feed them the fantasy.
That is true. But they don't, when you go on a first date, you don't always know what each other's intentions are. It might be like a physical attraction initially, and then when they get to know you, regardless if you have makeup on or not, that's still you at the end of the day.
Right.
So it's either you're falling in love with me or you're falling in love with my look. So if you're falling in love with a look, you're not really falling in love with me. You're just falling in love with what I look like, and you want me on your arm to show everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Like, but it's like the whole, like initially when you see somebody, it's the attraction.
Right.
But the way some of the makeup is, like, you've seen all the videos. It's like women have like, I don't know, there's like no teeth or whatever. And now they get the teeth put in. Next thing you know, they got this like crazy bone structure and all. And then it's like, what?
That's a huge transformation.
Yeah,
though. That's crazy. Yeah. Most people aren't doing that big of a transformation. But with the filters and stuff, I know I use filters on my some of the pictures that I post, but a lot of my gym videos and stuff, I don't use any filters. So it is what it is. This is what you get.
Even hair.
Oh yeah.
Like
if you have extensions or you have weaves,
a lot
or
of
you
guys
have braids.
don't like any weave.
That's true. They don't like wigs.
Yeah. Somebody didn't like weave, braids, like none of it.
Right. So, but at the end of the day, it's about how we want to present ourselves, not how they want us to present ourselves. So you got to be secure in yourself, whether you have makeup on or not, whether you have hair on or not. You're doing it for you. This is how you want to look. And it's either him accepting you as you are, because this is how you want to present yourself, or they're not accepting you as you are and you need to move on. So it's as simple as that.
This is true.
So, you ready?
Are you ready, Bianca?
Yep.
You about to pull it out?
What is it?
Pull it out.
She said, what is it?
What is it?
Pull them titties out. No.
You know what? She is out of pocket. Oh, she out of pocket, y'all. All right, so we're doing our pull it out segment. So basically what you're going to do, there's a lot of mess in here. What did you do? All right. So you're going to pull out this card. You're going to read it, and we're going to talk about it. That one right there. Pull it out. We're cheating on this pull out segment. I'm sorry, guys. Don't be mad at me. It's her fault.
So, have you ever had sex with a neighbor or coworker? Have you wanted to?
Okay. So have you?
Yeah, I have had sex with a coworker.
And did it evolve into anything, or was it just sex?
Some was and some wasn't.
Dang. So how many people are you over here? Is it the same job? Do they know each other?
Now you're asking too many questions.
Okay, so
yeah. So anyway, so some have evolved to
a relationship.
Yeah, like a nice good 5-year, 6-year run.
Okay, I feel like if you meet someone at your job, like, your job is typically like 40 hours a week, right? Mm-hmm. So you're constantly meeting people and you're around these people all the time. So if you end up having a connection with someone, sometimes it's inevitable that it's going to happen. So I've definitely
worked with some attractive people.
Right. I've had a situation with a couple people at 2 different places. that I linked up with. And one started off as like a fling sexual type situation. And then we tried to see if it was going to amount to anything a couple times, and it just didn't. And then the other one, we were linking up because we had a similar situation happening in our lives, and we kind of related to that. So we ended up hooking up, and then we thought maybe something may have evolved from it, but then we realized we just kind of needed each other for the moment because we're both going through something, and we both kind of got each other through that. And then we went our separate ways, but
you're so therapeutic.
We're all still amicable, you know.
So therapeutic,
so
helping these guys out in these streets, go through their stuff.
They were helping me too, though. We helped each other, you know what I'm saying? But
what about you? Have you?
When I was super young, because I've only ever worked for one other, business, and then I've worked for myself for 7 years. So where I worked was Goodwill when I was 16. And then, I hooked up.
Was that the work pro? Because I know Goodwill hires all the ones that need.
Yo, he was a felon. Dick was crazy.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with a felon. Ain't nothing wrong with a felon, right? Nothing going to jail. Pow, pow.
Exactly.
Get up in there.
But yeah, that was my only encounter with a coworker.
But it didn't amount to anything. It was just a fling.
No, it was a fling.
The murderers. Whew.
But see, now you own your own business and you're doing your own thing, so you're not really linking up with too many people outside as far as a work environment. Is that correct? Okay.
Well, what about men? Do you have a lot of men that come in to see you get waxed and stuff?
So I actually don't accept male clients.
Oh, okay.
No, only if you're like a close friend of mine and you really need a facial, then I'll do it. But I work alone in my own little suite, so the trusting is just not there because I actually did work under the table at a barbershop when I was 18. It was a really amazing experience and environment. I never was uncomfortable, but I can't trust that me being by myself in my own little suite that, I wouldn't attract creeps, especially trying to get a manzillion, which is a Brazilian down there for men.
Right.
Because there's a lot of horror stories from like other waxers or people in the beauty industry of getting assaulted, and I'm not going to put myself in that predicament.
No, it's understandable because I'm sure
that's
them
completely
things
understandable. Unless you had unless you get to the point where you feel like you could have like a bodyguard or somebody else in the studio with you.
Yeah,
to the point where they could help protect you. God forbid.
In the future, I definitely am because I would love to be able to provide services for everyone, but that's a couple of years from now, whenever I own an actual salon and I have employees and it's going to be
as
big
opposed to like
amazing.
a private suite. Yeah,
right.
I understand.
Yeah, that makes sense. And kudos to you for recognizing that and not putting yourself out there for something because the world is crazy. People are out here doing wild things.
These days.
For
you cannot trust them.
So so are y'all hooking up with your coworkers? Did it amount to anything? Comment. Let us know your situation.
It's not my preference. Like, to be honest, like it's a little tough when you mix business with pleasure, especially if somebody catches feelings and then it's like they don't want to take no for answer. Like, now are we uncomfortable now if we're working together after we already explored this? I can turn the switch on and off.
Right. But not many people can do that.
Right.
So it's definitely not something that's preferred, as you said.
Yeah, it just gets too...
Because I think it gets too... Yeah, it can get a little
too messy.
racy. And I've had a situation where I worked at this hospital and this cardiologist was cheating on his wife with a nurse. And they were... The cardiologist and the nurse was nuck if you buck. At the nurse's station, they was like going at each other. And we were like, oh, shit. Like, this is Grey's Anatomy type stuff right here. So definitely not something that you probably should do, but I know it does happen.
Especially if you're working in a place where it's like a lot of employees.
Right.
Like you got hundreds and thousands of employees. You're going to see somebody.
Right. And if you feel like, you're really into someone that you work with, then maybe you should try to think about working in separate departments or working in a different, getting a different job somewhere else so you can try to maintain that relationship. Because nobody wants to work with their partner and go home with their partner.
Right.
That's too much time together.
It is.
Well, the other thing is, too, say you work with your partner and then other people you interact with and then now other guys are after you. That's going to cause some, like, drama, some tension, like some issues with, like, yo, like,
And there was one guy that I did actually mess with as a coworker. He had messed with a couple other nurses on a couple other floors. And people were talking about it. Oh, well, he's messed with her and he's messed with her and he's messed with her.
Damn.
Like that was going to make me feel some type of way. And I'm like, I don't care who he's messed with in the past. That has nothing to do with me. I wasn't with him. We're not in a relationship. So if he messed with someone a couple years ago, why do I care?
Yeah.
That don't bother me. Okay.
As long as you,
I know I'm the best one out of them, but you know what I'm saying?
As long as you're bringing her to...
Shut up. So anyway, all right, so that was our pull-out segment. So we're going to go over to our brand blast. So we're going to have Bianca shout out someone that she would like to shout out as far as the blast. It doesn't necessarily have to be a brand, doesn't have to be anything specific, just someone you want to shout out and give some kudos to.
Okay, I want to give kudos to my friend, Alana Walker. She is just about to graduate from bartending school, and she's going to be opening, a bartending business and a event organizing business as well. So
I love that.
She's making me so proud.
Women empowerment.
Yes.
Go ahead, Alana. Get it in.
Do you want to share any of her social media or anything like that?
Off the top of my head, I think her Instagram is Alana Nichelle. Don't kill me. But I think it's Alana Nichelle on Instagram.
Okay.
So if you don't know, just go to morbid
Morbid
beauty
underscore beauty underscore.
and then
Yeah.
you can find Alana in there.
Right.
Yes. And then I'm sure when she does open up whatever she's
I'll
doing,
definitely share it,
then
for sure.
it'll be out there as well. As far as a shout out, that's going to be from our lovely Jay.
Yeah, so my sister makes me so proud. My sister Dana, she has blossomed into such a well-rounded woman. She has 2 kids. She's doing her thing. She works hard. And so she works at Miller Subaru, which is in Hainesport, New Jersey. And she is just a phenomenal saleswoman. She's been employee of the year, the month before employee of the year. So shout out to her. She out there selling them cars, but she is very authentic and genuine, and that sometimes is hard, especially in sales industry. People just want to. It's about their commission and But she's like, listen, I got to do right by my people. So go if you need a car, whether it's used. She's gotten so many used cars. I got my daughter a car from her. But go to Miller Subaru over in Hainesport on Route 38. She will hook you up, Dana, and I'll take a part of the commission, okay?
For referrals.
Yes.
So our health tip for today is going to be about skincare. So less is best, okay, guys? So as far as skincare, and this goes for our male viewers as well. So you want to make sure you're cleansing your face, number one. So for women and some males who wear makeup, make sure you're taking all your makeup off every day before you go to bed. Make sure you're cleaning your face with a nice sensitive cleaner, nothing too harsh. Make sure you know what's in your cleaners. They have vegan stuff out nowadays. They have a lot more healthier face washes and cleansers these days. Applying moisturizer every day, sunblock every day, regardless if it's winter or summer, you still need your sunblock because you're outside, the sun is still up. It's still giving you those UV rays. So cleaning, making sure you're cleaning your face of anything that could be there, from dirt, dust, makeup, whatever. Cleaning your face with a nice gentle cleanser. Using cold water actually is better than using a lukewarm or hot water.
And real quick, do an ice, ice baths are good for you, but do an ice bowl and just put your face in the ice water. That right there does a lot too.
Yeah, if you can tolerate it. That might be a little hard for some people.
I can't tolerate that.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to
Just
do.
your face, real quick, jump in the pool.
Or you can put those little things in the fridge and then put them under your eyes. I do that sometimes as well. And then moisturize, sunblock. And a lot of moisturizers have sunblock in them now. So just kind of look for the right thing for your skin type, because we all have different skin types. So
even
really
if you're
focus on
brown,
what you're having.
okay, you still
Need
still
sunblock.
have
Definitely.
can have
Yes.
exposure to.
Yes, no matter what
harmful
color your
UV
skin
rays.
is, whether you're light, whether you're dark, you still need your sunblock, okay? And as far as do you have any specific tips that, you can add on to
I would
skincare?
say double cleanse. Double cleansing is very important because you can't get everything off in the first cleanse. And add exfoliation and like a gentle, stay away from apricot scrubs, coffee grounds, stay away from that. Use like rice powder. Tatcha and Dermalogica has a really gentle rice powder.
Okay.
And it's good.
Nice.
Okay. That's like you wash your hair. When you wash your hair, you wash it twice. Like you wash your coochie, you're supposed to not going to do one little swoop, you know?
Right. And they say if you're in the shower and you wash your hair, you should wash your hair first and then wash your face. Don't wash your face and then your hair, because the products and the grime from your hair is going to get back into your skin if you wash your face first. So wash your hair first and then wash your face.
Same thing for your back, especially if people have back acne.
Right.
Wash that last. So.
And lotion your body. I don't care how how
you
light
lotion
you
my
are,
legs?
how
'Cause I
dark
need
you
some.
are. Make sure you're moisturizing your whole body. Your whole body needs moisturizer, not just your face.
Yes.
So taking
Because
care
it's
of that.
harder to correct the aging. Like we're aging, you start to lose your collagen. You start to have least collagen production at 20. So it's already starting to go downhill at 20.
And just so you know, collagen doesn't work if you're rubbing it on you. Collagen only works if you ingest it. Just like protein, you're trying to rub protein on your muscles is not going to help. You have to ingest it. It has to be in your body. And you also have to be careful with collagen because collagen also makes you more susceptible for blood clots if you have an underlying issue with your blood. So make sure you know your medical history. Be sparingly when you do your collagen. There's powder. There's different things you can put in like a protein shake or water or milk. But just be careful because too much collagen can also make you susceptible to blood clots.
Yeah.
So that's our skincare for the day.
Good.
And Miss J is going to give us our affirmation.
All right. So I thought this quote was good, and I feel like it's actually relative to what we talked about. You have been criticizing yourself for years, and it hasn't worked. Try proving yourself and see what happens. And I think that's so important because as women, we often compare ourselves. We often look at all of our insecurities and focus on that. And instead of just saying, you know what, this is who I am. Let me find something about me that I actually really like. Let me find something about me that I think is like amazing or that, I just approve. So just try to approve yourself more than you're discounting yourself.
Yeah. And if somebody gives you a compliment and say, oh, you look beautiful today.
Accept it.
Thank you. You don't have to give a compliment back. We have to accept us getting compliments and taking them and just saying, you don't always have to say, oh, you look beautiful. Oh, you look handsome. Yo, you have a nice shirt. I like your shoes. It don't have to be an exchange all the time. I get that you want to make other people feel good too, but it's okay to just accept it sometimes. So you know what? Thank you. I appreciate that.
And like you said, accept it because sometimes we have a hard time with accepting what other people say. We want to be like, no, I don't really. Oh, really? I didn't think that. But it's like, listen, if I'm telling you that you're beautiful, accept what I'm saying. Don't take it away from me.
Right. So. And don't make it a negative thing. Like, oh, I look good in this dress. You think I really look good in this dress? If I say you look good in this dress, you look good in this dress. Okay.
This is hubby coming out. I tell you.
So anyways, thank you for that information. Thank you so much for joining us on our show today. I appreciate you being here.
Had fun.
You were amazing.
Do you have any last thoughts or anything you want to share with just people in general, the audience, with us?
Subscribe, like, follow, and comment.
Yes, I love it.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you guys for watching Bear It Up.
Episode.